Hi everybody, welcome back to Battlefield 2042, and in this video we're going to be looking at weapon attachments, how you customize them, how you change them and all that sort of stuff. So what you're interested in is at the top of the screen you can see you've got collections, so you can use your mouse or your shoulder buttons to move over to that, and then we can use our trigger buttons or your mouse to move around between loadouts and weapons. So if we go to the weapon screen here, we can scroll around with our D-pad or use our mouse to have a look at all the weapons we've unlocked. And if we go into a particular weapon, so you can either click on it or press A on an Xbox controller, we can go into the weapon cross, the plus system. If you're new to Battlefield and you're wondering what the hell's this, well, what we have now in Battlefield 2042 and the portal mode is the ability to change your attachments on the fly by pressing the top left shoulder button on your controller. Now this seems a little bit odd to start off with, but once you get used to it, it's a very powerful tool because it means you can really change how your weapon behaves while you're in game. For example, going from a long range sort of weapon with like a 3 or 4 times scope and a long barrel on it with hard hitting heavy caliber bullets, to a close range weapon, say with iron sights or a red dot with like a compensator and sort of low recoil bullets. So you can do all that. Now all this stuff you unlock as you go along, but if we press up and down on our D-pad or left and right, we can see we're selecting the various bits of the plus. So let's have a look at the scopes first. So if I press A on here, we can see we can go along and we can choose the different scopes and we can edit them. Now if you press A, we can then look at the other scopes we've got unlocked. So let's say we wanted to go to this 4.5, we can now press A again and we can put that there, and we can also change its position. So we press X and we can move it up to there. Now you might want to do that, so for example in this sort of setup, the red dots first, followed by the 2 times, and with the 1.25 to 4.5 times at the top. And once you get used to it in game, it is very, very quick. So all you do is you press and hold top left shoulder button, LB, and then press up on Y on an Xbox controller, and boom, you're there. You've selected the scope you want. So we can do the same with the magazines as well. So we can go to, say, A on this. I don't think I've got actually anything unlocked. No, so I can't actually get rid of anything. But what we could do here, if we went down, so we've got a grip and we've got the bipod. Let's see if there's anything else. So we could have the choice of a flashlight on there as well. So now when I jump into game, I can choose to have a flashlight on my gun. If it was dark, I can have the grip on to reduce recoil as I'm carrying the gun around, sort of standing up. And then if I want to go prone to reduce the amount of recoil, I can do the bipod. And it's as simple as that. So you can have 3 options on each of the arms of the plus system. And it's very powerful. I don't think I've got an option. Here we go. Yeah, so I could put a silencer on here. So let's put the, what have we got? The wrap suppressor. So that one changes firepower down, and that one changes range. So let's put the wrap suppressor on. So now what I can do is I've got a muzzle brake for controlling vertical recoil when I want to be a little bit more accurate at range. Maybe I'll put a suppressor on when I'm getting into close quarters combat, when I don't want people to see me on the minimap. So that's kind of how you change things around. And then when you go into game, when you spawn in, then you press your top left shoulder button and you choose which attachment you want to put on. And trust me, when you get better at it, when you get quick, you can do it very, very quickly indeed. I guess finally we should talk about the fact that all of these attachments do have effects on the particular weapon's performance. So if you look in the top left hand corner, as you go through even things like the scopes, you think, why would a scope affect a weapon's handling or range? Well, they do. For some reason, if you put this 3 times on, the range goes up a little bit and the handling goes down, so it will take a little bit longer to aim down sight. You can imagine that might be the case with the bipod, because because with the bipod it's going to be heavier, isn't it? It's going to be more difficult to lift up, as you can imagine it would with magazines and muzzle attachments. So there we go. That's how you customize attachments on your weapons. You can do that with all of them. So let's go to, have I got anything? I haven't got much unlocked, to be honest. Go to the sniper, There we go. So we could, yeah, see I've only got that side. Oh, I could add, if we go to that one, could add that red dot. So now on my sniper, I've got the 6x scope, I've got the iron sights, and I've got a little hollow 1.25. So that'd be very good for if I'm forced to get into close quarters with my sniper. I can put the red dot on. But you see how powerful that is within one particular life. You can run along and you can have the same weapon, and you can effectively change it from a close range weapon to a long range weapon just by holding the left shoulder button, then pressing a few buttons on the face buttons on the right hand side of your controller. Then you've also got, obviously you can change colours and go through the different skins as well. I'll cover that in a different video, but hopefully this one has been useful. If it has been, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.